Remember that they're changing my voice. A key part of Masonry, believe it or not, is witchcraft. That's why it's called the craft. And for those of you who doubt that, think about it in terms of switchcraft. What are witches trying to do in popular culture, for example? What was Maleficent trying to do? What was Morgan Le Fay from, King Arthur and the Knights in the Round Table and Lancelot and all that madness? They were trying to be in charge. And they were trying to get people to be under them, right? A lot of times they had their own castle. People were doing what they say. And they didn't know what to do with themselves. So they had some dark, crazy agenda because they're not supposed to be in charge. They're just crazy. So witches are crazy. Okay, they like to put people beneath them. Okay, we look at popular culture and sex cults. They have sex with all kinds of people, including little kids and other females and so on and so forth. So they're heavily associated with LGBT activity for more than one reason. Okay, especially look at it from a Christian point of view. They're in the greater grouping of sinners that the devil controls, and they like to have witches' Sabbaths and days of the devil and so on and so forth, and that includes LGBT activity. The word witch rhymes with the word bitch. Now, when we look at Masons, again, no offense to any one of these other facts here, we see that they're not very manly, right? I've seen some kind of laughable picture that said, real men magically wear aprons, which of course is not true, okay? That is, like an old lady in the kitchen or something, okay? It's not respectable. It gets interesting because you got to put it in context. You see in Egypt, you wonder what it's about, right? But you see in Western culture, there's a reason why it's an apron, right? It's associated with cooking and it's associated with being effeminate. And the evidence would suggest at least some guys at some periods in Egypt, some guys in some later periods believed in being kind of gayish or effeminate. Okay, they kind of worshipped female deities or whatever. And so Masonry is about, almost first and foremost, about being a sissy and manipulating things behind the scenes, right? So they even put the word man in the word manipulate, right? Which is a sissy thing to do. They put the word man in the word woman, right? So it's all in the culture, right? Where they're effeminate and they deal in the wordplay, and the wordplay points to this kind of gender neutral nonsense. Even the word game is the word made scrambled, and it has two parts of it, right? Game, G-A, which is the word gay, and the last part is M-E, which is the word for me. And not talking about me, that's what that wordplay is. Okay. I'm not gay, I'll never be gay, I'll never be a Mason. I'm too masculine for that stuff. It's out of the question. I'll never let anyone control me. They have no power over me. I don't respect what they're doing. And that's key for you to understand as well. So you see the pictures on the screen with the law enforcement officers that look like the Freemason. Again, they're associated with law enforcement. Law enforcement quite often are called pigs. Pigs are associated with the devil, not just because of the part in the Bible where Jesus casts out the demons into the pig, right? And the pig drowns itself. And of course, the world is sinking into into the lake of fire, and so there's parallels there, right, with the muddied water, the polluted water, the burning lake of fire, the lake of burning sulfur, what have you. So when you connect it all together, right, the craft, where are they going, right? It's also play on words for sea rift, right? Sea raft, right? The interchangeable vowels, vow to L. They deal in the chaos magic, the word cut-ups, the anagrams, the cryptograms, and so on and so forth. So we see definitively here that Masons worship the devil, and that they have everything to do with witchcraft. And they like to make it seem like white people are doing the right thing, just like they did with the Native American genocide, just like they did at times, at least, with slavery, etc. They like to make it seem like they're doing the good, that magically they're the good guys. And you see that with segregation. And then they hire like ruffians, biker gangs, criminals. They influence the minority criminal gangs, what have you. And that's part of why they use similar codes, right? The old English writing, old English Freemasonry, Western Freemasonry comes from England. Some trace it to Africa, but it really, when you start it in a Western form, it's in England, and that's, it's white supremacy. These guys aren't trying to be black or something. They're trying to twist things that other people came up with and trying to, be something else. So it really, for that reason, it really starts in England. Okay. You see how they did me. I mean, if those of you have been watching for a long time, you've probably seen how they've done me in my old videos, like 2009 to 2015. I had a lot of good videos, but I had so many bad videos from being covertly drugged, you know, the Masons and their allies, the gang stalkers, they're the responsible for that. And it's like a badge of honor, you know, why they're trying to look like some gender neutral guy in a suit or, you know, an effeminate Masonic outfit or something. I was 10 toes down by myself, you know, making videos. Every once in a while somebody would, you know, guest star or something. Once in a long time you could tell that I was standing 10 toes down while they're grouped together like a bunch of scared little girls, you know.